And though there's about a 1/16 of an inch of the material left at the bottom, but right here at the front where the pivot and the stop pin is, has to be milled all the way through. Okay, so that was a lot of milling. I ended up doing all the holes on this one and got through slotting this one. I'll slot this one after, but what I wanted to do is give this one a try with the pivots, the bushings, and the washers. So let's see if it fits up. So got it in there. It's moving very nice. It does clash with either side. It's a little loose in here, which concerns me. I did not expect that much play. It's very, very tight in here. Like I had to force the bearings in there. I wonder if it's because the pivot is not... Well, I think I figured out the problem here. There's just a lot of play between the knife and the bushing. The knife is just a little bit smaller, probably a thou, maybe even like 2 thou smaller than the bushing, and this is just giving me this wobble. The downside is that these slots are measured to the bushing. If I take the bushing down, I'm just worried that I'm still going to have a gap now between the bushings, the washers, and the frame here. That's the downside of doing this slot, is that you really have one shot at it. If you miss it, I can see why people do a sandwich construction, because then this can be any thickness and you don't need to mill this perfectly. So I'm going to try and take down a bushing, just sand it down a little bit to be exactly the same as the blade, and we'll see if this titanium will compress a little bit enough to tighten this slop. You can hear it. That's not going to work. Well, I ground down the bushing, and there is very little play in it now, but it doesn't open and close easily, so obviously I made the bushing a little narrower than the blade. So it looks like there is some magic number to just get the bushing just slightly a hair over the blade. So I think I'm going to have to just keep playing with the size of the bushing. All right, it looks like I got it. Looks like 1/1000th of an inch is the magic number. There's not enough play for it to hit the sides here, and it slides open really nice. And I could probably crank down on this just a little bit just to tighten it up. But yeah, I'm happy with it. So I'm actually going to call it for today. It's pretty late, but it's coming along. Next time I will already have slotted this one, and we'll start working on our stop pins and making sure that it stops where it needs to stop. And then we're getting close. Then it's more cosmetic stuff. Grinding the handles, so put a little contour in them, grinding the blade, and just general stuff like that. Thanks for joining me, folks.